you. And then we're like, well, wait a minute, this is what's going on for me. And then usually what ends up happening in those conversations is that one or both of us like reveal our fear and our struggle, and then we accept, and then that's like, we're also like teaching ourselves and each other how to like be in relationship, like in general, like with the world and with yourself. And that's something that is so much a part of this work and is really hard, can be difficult to explain on a flyer. Which is one of the reasons I was so attached to making this a party, because I want people who are not necessarily thinking in that way. They're thinking of like going to a party as like, woo, we're gonna get fucked up, yeah! But to recognize that, I mean, a party is an environment where like there's a whole bunch of people with all their shit from that day and that week and that month and that lifetime in a space together, and how to be really careful with each other, and also how to just sort of recognize that you're in relationship with everyone you're in the fucking room with.
And then in this case, the specific piece, and how do you have yourself in that space also? Because you're talking about being careful with other people, and so it's also like, and how do you care for yourself when you're in that environment, in that space?
Yeah, and so I want to like, I want to let people who are not aware of this type of work witness that. And I feel like this is kind of like a sneaky way to be like, oh, you're just going to come have a good time and have a few drinks and dance around. Welcome. And then it's like, oh, wow. I mean, my friend, one of my friends from work came to Manipura, and he, I mean, he doesn't, like, make art or, you know, he's comes from a very traditional Mexican family. It's like, you know, get a job, have family, do that thing. And he's gay, so that's already, like, difficult in that.
He's causing enough problems.
Right. And so he came with a couple of his boyfriends. He's lots of boyfriends. And he was telling me, I saw him the other night after work, he's just like, that, I mean, he's been asking me for months, like, when's the next show, when's the next show? And I mean, it was just like this amazing revelatory experience for him. Where he's like, you took me through every emotion, and I just like, I felt like you guys were like reading my mind, and it was like really like amazing for him. And I realized that like for some, we're so entrenched in our way of being and in our way of working, and just in sort of being awake to the idea of being awake, that I think we can forget how powerful it would be just to share this with people who have no idea what they're about to experience.
Just to show up, like we were talking about,
and
dancing
so,
in the circle.
Right. And
us just showing up.
And so some of that is about me really wanting a lot of people to just show up, and I feel like they're going to do that if they know they can get drunk at the end of the night. And those are the people I want to show up, whose idea of like releasing into heart space is just going out and getting wasted and dancing. Like for some people that's all they have. And so to me it's really important to like show that there can be attention to that energy that's beyond just like having a good time, but really going deeper, and that it is something that anyone can be a part of in any way, like as much or as little as they want. And so